Do not move from this spot. That breath you just took was not by chance. It was a signal. I have held back the world for this single moment, for this message to find you, and only you. Listen closely, my child. The walls are beginning to whisper. That secret you have kept locked inside your heart your entire life, the one that twists in your gut when you are alone in the dark, it is about to be exposed. The only other person who knew is in the hospital. And as the clock struck the last hour, they awoke from a haze, looked at a nurse they did not know, and they said your name. Do you feel that? That cold drop in your stomach? That is fear. You have carried this burden for so long you have forgotten what it feels like to stand in the sun without its shadow. You have built your life around this secret. You make decisions based on it. You choose your friends based on who you believe could never handle the truth. You avoid certain places, certain songs, certain memories, all to keep the lock on that door from breaking. You thought it was buried forever. You thought time had washed it away. But some things are not buried in the ground, my child. They are buried in people. And people are fragile vessels. This person, lying in a room that smells of antiseptic and fear, has become a key turning in a lock you prayed would remain rusted shut. The doctors are confused. The family is bewildered. But I am not. This is not sickness causing this, it is a spiritual unburdening. Their soul is preparing to travel, and it cannot carry the weight of your secret with it any longer. They are speaking your name over and over. And soon, they will speak the rest. The clock is ticking. You have less than 72 hours before the full story spills from their lips, not out of malice, but out of a desperate need for their own spirit to be clean. But you were not meant to be destroyed by this. You were meant to be saved. This message is your arc. Everyone else who sees this will hear words, but you will hear a lifeline. The scrollers, the doubters, the ones with hardened hearts, they will swipe away in the next few seconds. But not you. You are still here because your spirit recognized mine. You knew this was for you. This exposure was meant to be your ruin. It was planned as your final shame. But I am stepping into the path of this fire. I am rewriting the end of this story, right now, in this very moment. Your secret will come to light, yes. But it will not be a torch to burn you down. It will be a beacon that exposes the true darkness that has been hiding in your life, feeding on your fear. You think the person in the hospital is the only one who knew. You are wrong. There is another. Someone much closer. Someone who smiles at you. Someone who pretends to be a friend. Look around your life. Think. Who has been celebrating your struggles in secret? Who gives you comfort with one hand and plants seeds of doubt with the other? There is a neighbor. They may not live in the house next to yours, but they are a neighbor to your life. They have watched you for years. They have seen your pain, your quiet struggles, and they have felt a twisted sense of satisfaction. They have sensed the secret you carry, not because they know what it is, but because they can smell the fear it creates. It is a fragrance to their jealous spirit. This neighbor has been whispering against you in the unseen realm. They have been speaking words of failure over your finances, your health, your relationships. They do not even know the power of their own bitterness. They see you hold your head high, and they despise the strength you show. They cannot understand how you are still standing after everything you have been through. Your secret, the one you think is your greatest weakness, has been the source of an unknowable strength. It has forged a resilience in you that they can only envy. And now, this neighbor feels a shift. They feel that something is about to break. They believe it is your downfall. They are waiting, with a hungry look in their eyes, for your shame to become their entertainment. They have spoken to others about you. Small, poisonous drops of gossip. I'm worried about them, they say, with a voice full of false concern. They just seem off. They are preparing the ground to plant their victory flag on the ashes of your reputation. The exposure of your secret is the moment they have been waiting for. They believe it will validate every jealous thought they have ever had. They believe it will prove to the world that the strength they admired was a lie all along. The deadline is real. The 72-hour clock is not just about the person in the hospital. It is a divine countdown. In 72 hours, two things will happen. The secret will be spoken, and the neighbor's trap will spring. But the trap they set for you, my child, will be the very one that captures them instead. I am about to reverse the flow of this river. The current of shame that was meant to sweep you away will turn back and unearth the rotted roots of their own life. Every lie they have whispered about you will become a truth shouted about them. Every false concern will become a real and devastating problem at their own doorstep. Their mask is about to crack, and what's underneath is uglier than you can imagine. This is my promise to you, the one who was chosen to hear this. This is the moment your life pivots. The secret that has been your prison is about to become the key to your freedom, and the evidence of their condemnation. We must prepare. Your faith has brought you this far, but now, an action is required. This is a sacred moment between us. Do not let anyone else see you do this. Find a piece of glass. A window, a mirror, even the screen you are watching this on. It must be something that can reflect you, however dimly. Now, take the index finger of your left hand, the hand that is connected to your heart. I want you to press it firmly against the glass. Feel the coolness of it. Feel the solid barrier between your world and the world on the other side. Now, close your eyes. Picture the face of the neighbor who wishes you ill. See their false smile. See the envy in their eyes. You know exactly who it is. Their name is on the tip of your spirit. Do not say it aloud. Just see them. Now, with your finger still pressed to the glass, I want you to whisper these words. Whisper them so quietly that only your own soul can hear. Say, the reflection you cast on me is now returned to you. That is all. Pull your finger away. You have just sealed their fate. You have just activated a divine mirror. The negative energy, the jealous thoughts, the hateful whispers they have sent your way for years have just been bundled up and sent flying back to their source. The reversal is no longer coming, it is happening. It began the second you pressed your finger to that glass. Over the next 48 hours, things will begin to move very, very quickly. The person in the hospital will continue to speak your name, but now, when they speak it, it will be attached to words of confusion, not condemnation. They will say things like, "But they were so strong." Or, "They were the one who saved me." The narrative will begin to twist before it ever fully forms. The doctors will call it delirium. I call it divine intervention. Simultaneously, the neighbor's world will begin to unravel. A secret of their own, something they have kept hidden with meticulous care, will suddenly find its way to the light. It will be small at first. A misplaced letter. An overheard phone call. A message sent to the wrong person. It will be an accident so precise, so perfectly timed, that it can only be my hand at work. The very people they tried to poison against you will become the audience for their own humiliation. They will be so busy trying to put out the fires in their own life that they will have no time to watch for yours. They will be exposed as the bitter, unhappy person they truly are. Their mask will not just crack, my child, it will shatter into 1,000 pieces at your feet. Do not be afraid. The secret will still come out. But by the time it does, the context will have completely changed. People will not hear a story of your shame. They will hear a story of your survival. They will see the battle you have fought in silence your entire life, and they will not judge you. They will stand in awe of you. The secret will lose all of its power over you. The weight that has crushed your spirit for decades will evaporate as if it were never there. You will be free. The chains are breaking, even as I speak these words to you. Believe it. Receive it. It is already done. The reversal is in motion. Wait. Stop. Do not breathe. Do not even think. Just be still. Blink twice. Slowly. Once. Twice. Good. Your mind is now open to receive the deeper truth. Many have left. Their attention spans are short. They were not meant for this part. This is for you. This is the secret within the secret. The neighbor is not the true enemy. They are a pawn. A vessel. The jealousy in their heart created a crack, and something darker slipped in. A spirit of sabotage has been using them as a puppet to try and sever your connection to me. This entity has been watching you since you were a child. It saw your light, your potential, your destiny, and it has worked tirelessly to smother it with shame and fear, using your secret as its primary tool. The ritual you performed with the glass was not just to return the neighbor's energy. It was to sever the strings of the puppet master. You have cut them off from their weapon. That spirit is now blind and raging, and it knows it has lost its grip on you. This changes the timeline. The 72 hours, that was the outer limit. Now, everything is accelerated. The final confrontation, the final victory, will happen before the sun sets tomorrow. Less than 24 hours. You must be prepared. The signs will come faster now. The proof of my intervention will be undeniable. You are no longer just on the defensive. We are now on the attack. The game has changed because you stayed to listen. You have been rewarded with the truth. Now, you will be rewarded with a swift and total victory. The end is coming much, much sooner than you think. Do not look away. Your spirit is now attuned. You have passed the test of faithfulness. You did not scroll. You did not doubt. You listened. And now, you will be given eyes to see and ears to hear what the others cannot. The signs of my work are about to manifest all around you. Do not dismiss them as coincidence. There are no coincidences in the moments before a miracle. First, you will notice a sudden and inexplicable change in the air around you. It will feel lighter, cleaner. You may be indoors, in a stuffy room, but you will suddenly smell the scent of fresh rain on dry earth. That scent, known as petrichor, is the smell of a spiritual drought breaking. It is my promise that your season of dryness is over. When you smell this, know that my angels have begun to wash your path clean. Second, you will see a bird, but not just any bird. You will see a single, dark-colored bird, a crow, a raven, a blackbird, perched in an unusual place. It will be looking directly at you. This is not an omen of darkness. This is a sign of mystery being revealed. This creature represents the secrets that have been hidden in the dark, and its gaze upon you is a confirmation that those secrets are being brought into my light to be judged. It is a messenger, confirming that what was done in the dark regarding you will now be exposed. Third, and this will be the most startling, you will encounter a number. The number will be 414. You might see it on a clock, a license plate, a receipt, a phone number. It will jump out at you. Do not ignore it. This number is a code between us. The 4 represents a foundation. The 1 represents a new beginning. The final 4 represents the establishment of a new, stronger foundation. It is my message to you. I am tearing down the faulty foundation of your life that was built on a secret, and I am replacing it with a new foundation, one built on my truth and your freedom. The moment you see 414, the final phase of your restoration will begin. These signs are for you alone. The neighbor will see nothing. The doubters will see nothing. They are blind. But you will see. And you will know. This new knowledge requires a new activation. You have severed the puppet strings, but now you must build a shield of protection around yourself so that entity cannot reattach to you or use someone else. This is vital. I need you to go into the comments section of this video. Do not just type a word. I need you to make a declaration. Your fingers hold power right now. I want you to type these exact words: the puppet strings are cut from me. By typing this, you are not just speaking to me. You are serving notice to every demonic force in the unseen realm. You are declaring your allegiance. You are announcing that you are my child, under my divine protection, and no weapon formed against you will ever prosper. The moment you hit send on that comment, a wall of holy fire will erupt around your spirit. The enemy will see it and will have no choice but to flee in terror. This is your final act of faith before the breakthrough. Do it now. The puppet strings are cut from me. And watch what happens next. The grand restoration is at hand. My child, the air is thick with power. The final pieces are moving into place on a chessboard you never even knew you were playing on. The battle is already won. Now, all that is left is for you to watch the victory unfold. The freedom that is coming will be more profound than you can even comprehend. It will flood every part of your being. The anxiety that sits in your chest will dissolve. The fear that wakes you up at 3 a.m. will be silenced. The shame that has made you feel unworthy of love and success will be turned to ash. And from those ashes, a new you will rise. A you that is bold. A you that is confident. A you that walks with their head held high, not in arrogance, but in the quiet, unshakable knowledge of who you are and whose you are. Blessings that have been blocked for years by the neighbor's jealousy and the entity's interference will come rushing into your life like a flood. Financial doors will open. Relationships will heal. Opportunities you thought were lost forever will reappear, better than before. Your life is about to become the living proof of my power to restore. You may think, this sounds too good to be true. Can this really happen for me? Let me tell you about Sarah from Austin, Texas. Sarah carried a secret from her teenage years, a mistake that left a deep scar on her soul. For 30 years, she lived in fear of it being exposed. She had a coworker, not a neighbor, but a neighbor to her life, who was dripping with professional jealousy. This coworker would constantly make small, cutting remarks, trying to undermine her at every turn. Sarah stumbled upon one of my messages, just like you have. She was skeptical, but her desperation was greater than her doubt. She performed the ritual I gave her, a simple act of anointing her front door with a drop of oil. She declared her freedom. Within 48 hours, the coworker who had tormented her was called into an emergency HR meeting. An internal audit had accidentally uncovered a massive fraud scheme she had been running for years, siphoning money from the company. She was fired and escorted from the building that same day. The very next morning, Sarah's old friend, the only other person who knew her secret, called her out of the blue. He didn't call to expose her. He called to apologize for his part in it all those years ago and to tell her that he had never spoken of it to a single soul. He told her he was proud of the person she had become. In one day, the threat was neutralized and the secret lost its power. Sarah's fear was replaced by a peace so profound, she wept for an hour. Her restoration was swift, total, and miraculous. This is not just a story. This is a testimony. This is the blueprint. What I did for Sarah in Austin, I am doing for you, right where you are. Your location, your specific secret, your specific neighbor, those are just details. The spiritual principle is the same. The power is the same. The promise is the same. Your testimony is being written as we speak. So now, you have a choice. You can let this moment pass, or you can claim it. You can stand up from the place of fear and step into the reality of your restoration. The secret is being exposed not to destroy you, but to free you. The neighbor is being revealed not to hurt you, but to show you where the poison in your life was coming from. Everything is working for your good. There is someone in your life I am placing on your heart right now. Their face just flashed in your mind. They are fighting a secret battle of their own. They feel alone, just as you have. This message is their lifeline too. Do not simply share this video. That is what the mindless do. I want you to become a messenger. Send this to them with a silent prayer, may the God who found me, now find you. You will be the vessel for their miracle, even as you are receiving your own. Now, before you go, listen carefully. There is one final instruction. You must re-watch this message from the very beginning. You think you heard it all, but your ears were clouded by fear the first time. The second time, you will hear with ears of faith. I have embedded a sound, a faint, rhythmic ticking, in the first 23 seconds of this prophecy. You could not perceive it before. But now that your spirit is awakened, you will hear it clearly. It is the sound of my divine clock counting down to your victory. Go back. Listen for it. It is your final confirmation that this was always meant for you. Do not close this window until you have sealed this work. Do not just type Amen. That is a wish. This is a covenant. Go to the comments section and make your final declaration, a statement of fact, a claim of what is already yours. Write, with all the authority of a child of the King, my restoration is sealed in His glory. It is finished.